The third week of the NFL season taught us that coaching matters. Well, it always did matter, and we knew that, but we will review 4 situations that highlight the fact that coaching really matters in this video. By the way, this is the Rational Football League show where we give rational takes for rational football fans. We are former college athletes with a combined 30 years of football experience. If you want to be part of this team, don't forget to smash that subscribe button. It means a whole lot to us. The Minnesota Vikings are actually good. And I'm not saying actually in a demeaning way. It's just that the Vikings are probably the biggest surprise at this point of the season. Like, not many people expected them to be 3-0 right now. But the Minnesota Vikings are one of the better teams so far this season. Again, they are 3-0. They have beaten both the 49ers and the Texans. They have scored the second most points, which is 85, and given up the second fewest points, which is 30, in the NFL. PFF has given the Vikings the 4th best offensive grade, the 9th best defensive grade, and the 4th overall highest team grade. The Minnesota Vikings are hot. The Vikings start divisional play in week 4, playing against another hot team, the Green Bay Packers. Sam Darnold's health is in question after getting injured towards the end of the Texans game, but early reports show that Darnold avoided any serious knee injury, and he might be good to play in week 4. All in all, Kevin O'Connell and Brian Flores putting together one of the best offensive and defensive units in the entire NFL right now, with a somewhat quote-unquote depleted roster, is a prime example that coaching matters. Pittsburgh Steelers are finding ways to win. The Pittsburgh Steelers are off to a 3-0 start, which is another surprise. The Steelers have given up an average of 8.7 points per game thus far. This is, I guess, only good enough to be ranked the 2nd best defense in the entire NFL, according to PFF. Superstar edge TJ Watt is playing at an insanely high level right now, already racking in 3 sacks and 5 QB hits. PFF has accredited him a defensive grade of 92.0, which is the 2nd highest among all edge pass rushers, only second behind Aiden Hutchinson. TJ Watt actually is not the only member of the defensive line playing well for the Steelers right now. Fellow edge Nick Herbig and defensive tackle Cameron Hayward are the 2nd and 3rd highest graded players on that Pittsburgh Steelers defense, with grades of 91.7 and 90.0 respectively. However, the Steelers aren't necessarily a one-trick pony. Despite their offense not putting up an insane amount of points scored, their offense is currently graded as the 10th best overall offense by PFF. Former Chicago Bear Justin Fields has completed 73% of his passes, thrown for 517 yards, and scored 2 touchdowns through the air. And to cap it off, he currently has the 5th highest passing grade per PFF. I don't think the words Justin Fields and highest passing grade has ever been said in the same sentence throughout the last 3 seasons. So what's the difference? Coaching matters.
I don't run away from coaching. I run to coaching.
Love it.
It all is in line with that not seeking comfort, because when you're a coach that's talking about somebody can't learn, you're seeking comfort because your teaching is struggling.
Matt LaFleur has the Green Bay Packers rolling right now. I think Matt LaFleur can win a game with me as the starting quarterback. That's how well Matt LaFleur has the Green Bay Packers offense rolling right now. Jordan Love, Malik Willis, it doesn't matter. The Green Bay Packers are going to put up points, and they will find a way to score more points than the opposition. The Packers are scoring an average of 25 points per game right now after putting up 30 points against the Tennessee Titans. And Matt LaFleur has Malik Willis playing solid football right now. While in Green Bay, Malik Willis has completed 76% of his passes, thrown for 324 yards, thrown for 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, and has a QB rating of 126.3. And while he was in Tennessee, his completion percentage was 51%. His passing yards were 234. He threw 0 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and his QB rating was only 39.0. Again, coaching matters. In week 3, the Chicago Bears showed that they are the same old Bears. Chicago lost to the Colts 21-16. The Bears scored 0 points in the first half, despite running 42 offensive plays in the first half. And that was the recurring theme for the Bears in week 3. They couldn't score any offensive points no matter what. I would say that I'd seen the Chicago Bears lose that type of game 1,000 times in my life, but this time it was a little bit different. Why? Because typically the Bears couldn't score by way of a dismal passing game, like an awful passing game. But on Sunday, Caleb Williams threw for 363 yards. That is a rookie record for a Chicago Bear, and that already puts him at the 11th most passing yards in a game all time in Bears history. And they still somehow managed to lose that game. If you ask the Bears brass, offensive coordinator Shane Waldron is already on the hot seat. Bears fans are already ready to ship him out of Chicago. Why? Because coaching matters, and because Shane Waldron probably called the worst play I've ever seen in my entire life, which was a speed option out of pistol on 4th and 1 on the goal line.
Somebody should be one-on-one. Williams pitches it to Swift. Swift in trouble, and down he goes.
In summary, all of these examples show that coaching matters. You could have an insanely talented roster, but if your coaching is inadequate, it does not matter. The Vikings, the Steelers, the Packers are great examples of getting the most out of your guys through good coaching. The Bears are a good example of what happens when you have a talented roster on paper, but inadequate coaching. Again, this is only week 3 going into week 4, so we won't overreact all the way here. But I wanted to make this video to remind you all that good coaching matters. And good coaching matters, especially in the NFL. Thank you so much for watching. Again, this is the Rational Football League show. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you like this video. And we'll be seeing you in the next one.